So wonderful. I clicked the record button. Okay. So the session we have today is on reading. So how many of you have read the text? I mean, if you read the text, can you send a plus? Instead, can you send the percentage of text that you've read from that PDF? If you've read everything, send 100%. If you've read like a half, send 50. I mean, can everybody send a percentage? If you read nothing, send a 0. It's okay. I mean, I wouldn't shame you. I would be offended though. No, I'm kidding. I wouldn't be. Yeah, just send a percentage. Let me see what you guys have. Okay. So what do we have here? We have, okay, all right. So we have some people, so we have the percentages ranging from 0 to 100%. In my case, I have not read the text and I have not read the questions for our live practice to be as natural as possible so that you can see me acting in real exam conditions. So I haven't pre-prepared the answers, the questions. So I don't know what correct answers are. Therefore, there is a chance that I might be making some mistakes. And if I do, I am going to show you how to work on your mistakes, okay? How to analyze them. So the session is going to be conducted in English fully, as all of our lessons, but in case some of you have questions, okay? One thing that I would really like to ask you is, please, if there is something that you don't understand, stop me, okay? Interrupt me and say, okay, Magjan, there's something I don't understand, okay? And we'll discuss that. Also about the timing, I mean, our session is expected to last for about an hour, but I think it's going to last a bit longer because I will be making pauses and commenting why I chose a specific answer, okay? So, so far, is everything clear? And does everybody understand everything that's going to happen?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Can I ask something?
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Yeah, hi. So I wanted to ask about the
Thinkific. Yeah.
So yeah, I opened and I finished lesson 0. It's complete like 28% percentage. Is it okay? Or lesson 1 we have to study today or another days, or how it's gonna be?
Lesson 0 was for last Sunday. I mean, now you should now be on Tuesday lesson, actually. So lesson 1 was...
I have to finish everything that I can see in here.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
That's the pace you should keep. Okay, wonderful. Now we are getting started. So I'm gonna share my screen with you. Okay. Can you see? Can you see this paper? So Cambridge IELTS 4.
Yep.
Yes.
Cool. Okay, then we are starting without further ado. So let me put it in the middle. So first thing first, when you work on a screen, so how many of you are taking IELTS on computer? How many of you are taking computer-based IELTS, and how many of you are taking paper-based IELTS? If you're taking paper-based IELTS, please send a PBT to the chat. And if you're taking computer-based IELTS, please send CBT. Let's just see. Okay, we have at least one person, IBIC, taking PBT. We have a few. Okay, we have a mix of people. So my recommendation is practice reading the way you are taking the exam. If you're taking a paper-based exam, print it out, print the paper out, and practice it by hand. Okay, I mean, after our live session. Our live practice is just for me to teach you how to do that. But when you practice alone, print it out and practice with paper. For CBTs, I recommend to do the opposite. You should practice on a computer. When you practice on a computer, it is extremely important for you to use the highlight tools, okay? If you don't highlight, then again, reading texts, remembering information and working with it becomes extremely painful and difficult. So that's why on this computer, so just let me zoom it in. I will be using this highlight button a lot. So I will be just highlighting texts this way to, and make sure that your computer has the same button, okay? So use that, you must use that. And the same for paper-based tests, you also must highlight special moments and underline the words that you think are important. Okay, we're starting. So here's the first text. What I usually do is I have a quick glance at what this text is about, maybe about 30 seconds. So that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, that was enough. That was enough. So what I did is I essentially read the first sentences very quickly. And from my understanding, the text is about rainforests because I see the word rainforest everywhere. Like rainforests here. We have rainforests here. So we have them here as well. Almost every paragraph begins with rainforests, which allows me to assume that the text is about rainforests. Okay, then yeah, it has something to do with children, perhaps a study. Okay, that is enough for me to get started. Then what I do next is I don't start reading the text, I go to questions, and that's what you should do. Okay, we have true, false, not given. For questions, I read them carefully. Okay, I read them very carefully. Okay, I read them once. I'll read them again, and this time I will highlight some keywords that I think will help me find the answers later. The flight. Okay. I think the word ignore here is interesting. This one is interesting. Only accept opinions that encounter in their classrooms. Let's see. Okay, mistaken is a good word, and pure science is a good word here. Okay, larger framework, interesting. Easier to change, also interesting. Asking children a number of yes and no questions. Okay, this one is interesting. Yes or no questions. More likely than boys to hold mistaken views. Okay, this one is cool. Girls and boys. Study reported here. Okay, series of studies. Interesting. Second study had been planned to investigate. Okay, primary school. Okay, so some of you might be confused about why I chose these specific words and not the other ones. I'm just using these specific words as some kind of anchors, as some anchor translates as yakare, as some kind of indicators that would help me find the answer in the text. So for example, if I highlight rainforests, that doesn't make sense, right? Because rainforests are everywhere in the text, but these words will help me a lot. Also, the highlighting process, it kind of like turns your brain on, so make sure you highlight the text. Okay, and now, yeah, we're gonna read the text. And here, yeah, I don't use any technique like scheming, scanning, like no, I just start reading. Because again, these are true, false, not given questions. You can't just, I mean, you can scan to find the particular, but yeah, I would just read because you have to be very careful with true, false, not given. I mean, they are so tricky, so you better double check, okay? Interesting. Word mistaken. Okay. I think I need to highlight it. Oops, it just sent me to another wrong link, but yeah, I'll highlight this whole place. Okay. Okay, there we go. Pure science. You see? Okay, it's also another question. Can I comment here? Oops, I am sorry. I'll fix it. A second. A questionnaire. Interesting. So guys, I initially told you to be very, very careful, but I realized that, again, I mean, you must see how my strategy is changing, right? When I began, I thought I'm going to read it very carefully. Now I think it's easier for me to highlight the places which have the answers, then go back to questions, and then go back to the text again. I think it will be easier for me that way. That's why now I increase my speed, okay? So I'm just trying to find where the answers are now. Okay, there we go. More girls than boys. Interesting. We had something like that question. Okay, more girls than boys. Okay, there was something like that too in the text. Okay, let's go back to questions to see how far we need to read. Series of studies, primary school. So again, another thing to remember, and I feel like I'm explaining the whole of IELTS. You're going to learn it over the whole course, but yeah, I feel like I have to say it now. The questions come in order of the text. So the answer for the question 7 is before 8, but after 6. So you see, same thing in the text. If you find the answer to the question number 3 here, number 2 and 1 are above. Number 4 and 5 are below. Okay, so you can use that. to your advantage. Also, remember that for each text, we have 13 questions. So usually, true, false, not given, questions 1 to 8 may cover one part of the text, and the other part may be covered by the remaining questions. So again, we don't have to read the whole text to answer these 8 questions. We may probably, I'm not saying 100%, but we may probably stop somewhere here, okay? Mhm. Mhm. Okay. I go back to questions. Again, guys, if you were reading something and I scroll it down, I am sorry. Again, yeah, because I am here to show you how I approach IELTS. Okay, so yeah, just you should get comfortable with my speed. Okay, the plighter has largely been ignored by the media. Okay, let's try to find the answer to question 1. The plight of the rainforest has largely been ignored. Here, I'm not sure about the meaning of the word plight. Again, I don't know all the words in English language, surprise, surprise. But here, I'm in a situation like most of you, right? There might be a word that you don't know exactly. And it's so cool that we have that word here. So I will make a guess. I think it's something like that translates to Russian as судьба, but plight has a negative meaning, like a bad condition of the rainforests, right? That's my guess, and I think my guess is right because I've seen this word before, but I'm not sure about the exact definition. So the plight of rainforests has largely been ignored by media. So I'm looking for the word media here. Okay, look, here it is. In the face of the frequent and often vivid media coverage, ideas what they are. In the face of the frequent and often vivid media coverage. And here it says the plight of the rainforest has largely been ignored by media. To me, it sounds like false because here it says that the face of the frequent and often vivid media. Frequent, you know, it's translates as частый. Vivid is яркий, right? Which shows that there has been media coverage. So I would answer false here. Can I write here? Let me see. There we go. I think I can. So I'm using my office computer here the first time, so that's why I'm a little slow on the technical part. Oh, okay. Now I see what's happening. Let me move it here. I'll write false here. Okay, cool. Children only accept opinions on rainforests that they encounter in their classrooms. Okay, let's try to find that. So the hardest thing is to get started. Once you find 1 or 2 answers, it's going to get easier. So again, the question was children only accept opinions on rainforests that they encounter in their classrooms. Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm not sure about the second one, but let's focus on this one, on pure science, right? So again, here's the third question. It has been suggested that children hold mistaken views about the pure science that they study at school. It has been suggested that children hold mistaken views about the pure science that they study at school. Let's see. Harbor misconceptions about pure curriculum science. It looks true to me. Many studies have shown that children harbor. To harbor means to hold misconceptions about pure curriculum science. Curriculum science is the science that they study at school. So I would say true here. Okay, Command C, Command V. Oops. Okay, I'll type it out here. It looks true to me. Children only accept opinions on rainforests. So this means that the answer to 2 must be somewhere between these two, okay? So let's try to find that out. Children only accept opinions on rainforests that they encounter in their classrooms. Only accept opinions. Oh, interesting. Adilhan is highlighting it for me. Well, children, let me go back to the question again. It has been suggested that children hold mistaken views about the pure science that they study at school.
Sorry, do we allowed to comment something? But it looks like it is in the second sentence because some words like a classroom.
You mean this sentence, for example, this one?
Yes.
And where do you mean? No. Look, a normal classroom period, like every 40 minutes. I mean, yeah. So it's not that second one, but yeah, you can comment. Okay, let's make it more fun. To be honest, like the fact that I'm the only one talking to myself feels very depressing. If you will jump in with your comments, it would feel less depressing for me. So thank you. Okay, in the face of frequent and often viewed media coverage, it is likely that children only accept opinions that they encounter in their classrooms. And this one says it is likely that children in the face, it is likely that, to be honest, I would say it looks like not given, or it is either not given or false, okay? More likely not given than false, but I would leave it this way. Okay. The fact that children's ideas about science form part of a larger framework means it's easier to change them. Okay. So we've had few questions about yes or no, or girls or boys. We can use that to help us, or we can try to find number 4. The fact that children's ideas about science form part of a larger framework of ideas means it is easier to change them. Let's try to find an answer to that. Here is the framework, right, that we were talking about. Larger framework, multifaceted, organized, conceptual framework. Look, This sentence is important. It's very important. These misconceptions do not remain isolated. Okay, guys, looks like this conference for some reason is, yeah, it is a short one. So in 10 minutes, you will have to re-enter, okay? Would that be fine for you? Is that okay for everybody?
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. So yeah, so going back, yeah, let's read this sentence. Again, the question is, the fact that children's ideas about science form part of a larger framework of ideas means that it is easier to change them. Making it and the component ideas so much more robust, but also accessible. Look, these misconceptions but become incorporated, making it and misconceptions, making it and the component ideas more robust. I would probably answer false. The reason here being that, look, it's definitely 100% not true, because look, the question says it is easier to change them, right? And it's not easier. Here it says those ideas become more robust. Robust translates as твердый, you know, like несокрушимый, something like that. And here they're becoming more robust, right? But it doesn't look like not given. I would probably say it's true. Oh, wait. I mean, I meant false. I mean, I don't know why I said true. I meant false, okay? I would probably say it's false. Let's see. Okay, next one. Study involved asking children a number of yes or no questions, such as, are there any rainforests in Africa? Study involved asking children number, are there any? Okay, let's try to find that. Okay, Africa is mentioned once here. Let's see if there is any Africa here below. Here, I'm using scanning, okay? I'm trying to scan the word Africa, but I don't see it anywhere. If you see it anywhere that I don't, let me know. But this is the only place where I see Africa. And 5. Secondary school children were asked to complete a questionnaire containing 5 open form questions. And here, what it says is the study involved asking children a number of yes and no questions, such as, are there any rainforests in Africa? I would answer not given, because I can't find it. Remember, guys, you answer not given if there is no information on this. You answer false if the statement contradicts the information. Here, although you have the information saying they were asked 5 open form questions, again, this is not contradicting the fact that maybe they were asked about Africa. We don't know. Maybe they were. It's just not mentioned in the text. So I would answer not given. Okay. Oopsie doopsie. Okay, let me Command C or Control C. Okay, there we go. Not given. By the way, when you write your answers, write them in full way, okay, in full form, not given. I mean, you can put NG, but I don't want you to risk. Yeah, don't risk, okay? We're talking about seconds. Just write the full name. I'm doing it for my own convenience. Girls are more likely than boys to hold mistaken views about the rainforest's destruction. Okay, a very sexist statement. Interesting. Let's see. About the rainforest destruction. Let's try to find out. We've highlighted some places with girls and boys, right? There we go. Similarly, more girls said that rainforests provided human habitats. Causes of the destruction identified. Misconception. One misconception, acid rain, girls and boys, while 2/5 students, importance results predominate, certain ideas predominate, pupils did not volunteer. I honestly don't see anything on, on that. So I would answer not given as well. So we have questions 7 and 8. The study reported here follows on from a series of studies that have looked at children's understanding of rainforests. Let's see. Interesting. We have something here. One encouragement is that results of similar studies on environmental issues. Yes, but it's not quite the same. Let's provide access. So far, I'm not sure, but I would probably say not given. What do you guys think? Would you agree? Would you disagree? Not given. A second study has been planned to investigate primary schools, children's ideas about rainforests. Let's see. So we have 2 minutes left, but in those 2 minutes, I honestly have not seen anything about primary school children. Have you guys? Have you seen anything on primary school children? Because I haven't. Let me scan that quickly. Oh.
In this text, I didn't get, don't mention about primary school.
Which sentence?
In this study.
In this study, you mean, you say they don't mention or do mention?
Do not mention.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, I can't find anything. So I would probably answer not given as well. So guys, our meeting is gonna end. I would ask you to rejoin it, okay? In a second. So yeah, I'll end the conference and you can rejoin it.